Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Today is the equinox, and I normally receive a lot of questions, sometimes through email, sometimes through the page, sometimes in the Facebook page on social media. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you, the ones that reach out and take a few minutes of my time, the sessions, the videos that I'm preparing for the next class that I'm going through, to speak a little bit about the energy, the way that I have been perceiving it from my own journey, and at the same time from the healing sessions that I've been having. At the same time, let's do a little bit of light language to ease whatever is going on in your life. If you have questions, please do those to me. And at the same time, share a little bit of how the planets, the collective, is going through, what's coming, and give few tips about what you can do to align if you are having a hard time, if it feels as if maybe life is not in the best moment that you could feel. Give me guys a few minutes to check if I can already read your messages, and let me know if the sound is good with a like or an emoji. Comment what's going on your side of the world, how you have been feeling, so we all help each other. Questions or anything that you would like to express and share, please go ahead. If you have questions for you guys, the more specific that those are, the better that the answer will come. Thank you so much. Well, today we have new moon in the Scorpio, and at the same time it's a solar eclipse, so there is a lot of symptoms. Maybe some people is emotional. I feel like I am in a rainbow road with unicorns and butterflies and marshmallows. I don't feel drained. I feel like energized. I feel like empowered. I feel like there is so much to do, so much inspiration. But many of my clients have been going through a lot of very radical changes. Unexpected ups and downs and twists, especially in the area of relationships, twin flames, soulmates, partnership, family gathering, family structures, and at the same time, the identity that I can have from what I think that I am, but at the same time, where I want to go. New moons are always an ideal portal for manifestation. But if at the same time we have a solar eclipse, which means the sun, it's like the father. It will just magnify and amplify any desire that you will allow the moon to grow with you along the way. So the moon in this case represents life, and in this side of the world is associated with divine feminine. In other part of the world, it's masculine, the sun is the feminine. But it's ideal. Choose your ritual for manifestation. Set your intentions. When you don't set your intentions, it's like if someone asks you, this is a question that many of my students says, okay, so do I flow or do I need to be very detailed on what I want? It's like a combination of both. You flow according to whatever arises, but if you don't set intentions, life will go on whatever side it's pulling more, right? So, not setting intentions during your day, not having a morning meditation, not having a cleanse, breathing or anything in the morning very quickly. It's like driving but not knowing where. And then let's say that you have a co-pilot and says, okay, where we're going, or just going there. But what is there? Or just going there, right? Just along the way. Yes, but there, where is there? I mean, how many miles? How long do we get there? So Spirit wants us to sort of have a direction of where I want to go and how I think I could go there. And then the universe will design it in a way that works for everyone, right? If you set intentions in your morning, at least one affirmations, I'm the light, higher self, be with me. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what I'm doing, so just stay with me, or anything. Make it easy. You know your tools. I'm sure there is a lot of information online. Many of us have learned lots of books and many techniques. Use whatever that's easy for you. When you set your intentions in your morning or in every moment that you remember, you reset again the whole thing. And then if someone asks you where we're going, okay, we're going to this part and then later on we're going to do that part, right? So then the energy will know what to do, right? If you put a kid in front of, let's say, broccoli, cookies, ice cream, sugar, soda, or whatever, and don't tell anything, probably the kid will eat all the sugar that can find and then ignore the organic or healthy food, unless it has an instruction. When I was little, I remember that I needed to eat my broccoli and vegetables, and then I could have a piece of chocolate. So I would just eat the whole healthy food first, and then I was like, I'm done. Can I have my piece of chocolate? Because I knew it was the rules. But if I did not have the rules, then I would just go with whatever, right? So set your intentions. Any light language meditation or any meditation is the ideal. You can put crystals, any ritual that you like, then go for it. Now, what happens with this solar eclipse? Whatever you have going on will feel like it's too much. If, like me, I feel like awesome. So I feel like, damn, life is good. I love it, right? But if I will be in the other side, like I'm drained, I'm tired, this hurt, it's too hard, I don't know what to do with, then it will be like too much painful. So don't take life too seriously. That will be the second tip. This is not our home. It's a temporary vacation from the heaven where we all belong, whether we are an air angel or a starseed or you feel more like elemental or shamanic. It doesn't matter. We're all from the source. We are source. This is just an experience. Like if I stress out because something happened to work, normally you go to work, shift ended, you go home, right? It's done. But while you are in your work, it will be as if, oh my God, I'm so depressed because the bathroom doesn't have toilet paper, right? There are some things that you don't get upset with. It don't go the way you go. You will say, hey, can you give me some toilet paper or something? Just improvise. That will be the third tip, improvise. If something happened that you didn't put it in the plan, that's divine intervention. You gotta go through, so embrace it, do your best. If it hurts, then make peace with your pain and say, okay, we'll just do it together. Maybe we can meditate, maybe we cannot meditate, maybe we'll just go out, maybe we can ask for help and say, you know what, I don't know what to do. This is out of my wisdom. And someone will be your earth angel and will give you a hug, or maybe will just be with you. It happened to me a few days ago. I was very stressed out for some situation in my mind. It was like a whole storm. And then I called a dear friend that I love, and after 30 minutes, it was gone. Because I realized I was just exaggerating. I was escalating things like a child. And I felt so stupid. After those 30 minutes, I said like, oh God, I can't believe this. You teach classes, Gretel. Right? But it happened to everyone, honestly. If you have your 5 minutes of you don't know what to do, then embrace it. If you feel upset, sad, tired, embrace it, but then move on. And this moving on, because we have Venus changing cycle, in astrology, it's like a cycle for 200 years, I think, with some other planet that I think it's Pluto, that I'm not sure. If you know, put it in the comments and feel free to correct me, that's fine. We're kind of practicing how to love and how to receive love and how to understand our feelings, especially empathic people, exactly, how to overflow. That was perfectly. So be patient, it will be the fourth, because some things will need some time. It's like if a 5-year-old wants to drive and say, okay, Dad, give me the keys. I'm ready. I have practiced already with the Hot Wheels that I have. I know how to do it. Oh no, you don't have the age, you don't have the size, you don't have driver license. Well, be that, right? You might have to wait at least 10 more years so you can practice it. So some things are going to require time. All of those planets that are colliding are just telling us that, yes, set your intention, but then don't believe the universe, because God knows, right? It's like my daughter that is 13, sometimes she forgot that I'm 43, and then she said, Mom, I know. And then I said, look, I already was 13, and now I'm 43. It will make sense that you know more than me. There are some things you know, like maybe apps and technology and trends in TikTok or Instagram that I have no clue. But in the majority of the things, if God assigned you to Mom, it's because Mom knows. So in this example, the universe knows, God knows. It sees all things we're not able to see. So trust that. Have faith. This is going to be important because as we go and enter October, and I'm going to get your questions in a second, we do have Halloween and all of those planets colliding in preparation for this full moon that is going to be, if I'm right, the 8th of November, that will have a lunar eclipse, like, oh God! So whatever we are cooking from today until the 8th of November will be the recipe that will just express. If I feel in my 5 minutes of I don't know what to do and amplify this for the rest of the month, I'm gonna have a hell of the end of the month. So go easy. It's at the same time to let go. This new energy, it's like fluid and quick and easy. And it's slow and heavy and stubborn. We all have all of those things. So whatever you don't know what to do, I don't know the answer, assign it to the universe and then let go and say, this is something that is a technique that is used in law of attraction that I read it in one of the books from Abraham Hicks that I think was written by Esther Hicks. And I don't remember the name because I wasn't planning to talk about this, but I went back like after my weekend of messy that in 30 minutes it was gone. I said, okay, girl, you need like a chef in your mind. What's going on? And then I went on into all of those exercises about the law of attraction. So in one of the exercises, Jerry Hicks advised that we could have in our mind a box of declutter, like when you declare your closet, right? So if you said to yourself, God, I sound stupid, and realize, I said, oh no, that goes to the box of declutter. Drop it there, right? If you said, oh my God, I'm so blocked, I don't know what to do, this is so hard. Oh, grab it and dump it in your box of declutter. Release it. Let go. Because if we don't do that, we end having like stones. When I do the healings, we have all of those anchors, and then it feels like the end of the world. And then we escalated things. So guys, go easy. Yes, we do have Halloween in the 31st of October. And then in Mexico, we celebrated November 2, the Day of the Dead. That it was used from the Aztecs. That this is a tradition that came from honoring the gods of the underworld. That it came originally from Atlantis. And Egyptians honor the underworld. In Mexico, the Aztecs will honor the underworld too. Actually, the gods, Anubis and Quetzalcoatl, that's the god from the Aztecs. They are both like a dark dog with humanoid form. When I realized that resemblance, I was like, God, who stole that information, right? Because in this time we said that's a copyright issue. But somehow they have a similar god. You guys could Google that, right? So, which means, and after this, in a minute, I'll go through your questions because I'm already seeing that you guys are comment. Something, when it's ready to die, let it die. If it's your work, your profession, your own personality, your own stubbornness, that'll be me, a relationship, or anything that feels heavy, holding you back, let that go so that you can come and honor it by saying, okay, thank you. Let's say it's a job. Thank you, job. It was hard. I was just for the money, but I appreciate the resources that I have for all this time, but I'm ready to find something else that it's more convenient for me. And that could be ancestral karma. That could be a habit. That could be whatever that feels like, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't want to be cycling this over and over and over. And this will be the last tip that I want to share with you guys today. Something that dies, it isn't a bad thing. It's a sign that good things are coming. Because always after something that ended a cycle, whether that's a divorce or you are fired or a disease or something, it's because we're changing a timeline. It means energetically, the way that I see it in the sessions, it is that, let's say that if my vibration, it's like 150, and I was aligning with a job that it was very stressful, and not the job that I wanted, but I was just there for the money, but I was doing my work, and then I was meditating, and then I elevated my frequency to 250, let's say, then that job won't match anymore with me, and I'll feel like crashing. So the universe will push me and say, hey, there is a better place for you to go. But sometimes we got comfortable and say like, yes, I don't like it, but I have been going here for a lot, and looking for another job, it will represent hard work. So I just better get comfortable. And then the universe said like, no, we just have something better for you, but you have to quit or get fired and then suffer for a while, 1, 2 days, a week, a month, I don't know. And then you can come because you cannot purchase new shoes if you have the old ones. And sometimes we're so accustomed to those old ways that we forgot that it's not the most ideal activity or whatever for us. So if you are going through a rough time, and with this, I swear to you guys and I go to your questions. Don't feel you are wrong. Don't feel like karma's punished me. Those fucking ancestors mess up with me. It was my inner child traumas or that, or making things wrong. I don't know what to do. No, it means that you are doing things right, and that is a new plan for you. And while you change, like when you change from country to country or house to house, or you move in because you got married or something, it's not easy. There are things that you have to adjust and adapt and change. And it's a good thing. So embrace it. Do your best. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Your guides will let you know as soon as you need to know. So trust that. Believe it's something that is going to be very important between this new moon and the next full moon. If we don't believe, and I'm telling this for myself, is what my guides have been telling me. Like, you have to believe. And then I believe, and then the next day I'm like, okay, don't believe that much. And then when I begin to second this, as soon as I see a sign from my higher self, like 2 to 2 or 3 to 3 or something, and then I say, okay, fuck. Yes, no, higher self, never mind. The clutter and the box in my head, I believe. And then I cleanse, I breathe. And then few days, as soon as I stop second guessing, I will see a sign instantly because I'm connecting with higher self all day and all the time. And I've been doing this for like 5 years. So now, thank God, as soon as I change direction into something that it isn't the best, the majority of the time, I get a sign, and then I said, okay, fuck, that's not my, sorry for the cursing, it's me, that's not the way. And then I realize, give myself feedback, and then, okay, whatever I need to do, I will just do it. I will embrace it, and I ask for help. So do your best. Get a meditation, get a session if you need, get a massage if you need. I don't know, choose to do maybe some Netflix series, like How I Met Your Mother or Friends or something that you like it. Whatever works out for you, go for it. If you have a question, I would love to read and see what guidance the universe has for you. Just give me a second. Oh, thank you so much. And I cannot read your comments yet. Facebook is changing the algorithm, and it will change again next January. I haven't read yet the changes, but support the ones you like, whether that's astrology or something that's spiritual law of attraction or life codes. Go like, support, share when you can. We're not competition from each other. We are all each other. Encoded frequency is you. Otherwise, it would say Gretel something. It doesn't have my name. Without you guys being here, I wouldn't be here. You guys hired me. And I'm so grateful and appreciate it because it's the best job that I could have. And hopefully it lasts all the time that's meant to be, to serve all of us, to grow, to connect. And I have awesome ideas for next year, so we could do more things and I could be at service. I'm waiting for the universe to conspire on my favor, and of course it will happen whenever it can. Any idea, something that you would like to see in Encoded frequency, please reach out into my website. It's easier, and I'm always open for feedback and whatever way you can assist, because I want Encoded frequency to be a community. I would love that it has a space so other person can do its own services. I'm looking into the way that it could serve not only me, but many of us. Any idea that you have, welcome, because I would love to have, again, a free service. But meanwhile, whatever I can, I will do lives like this and then answer your questions. Pineda, thank you so much for being here. I've been a little bit busy, but as soon as I can, I will contact you. Probably December. So I'll assist you with what we talk in private. Moving to Hawaii in the near future, beat my heart is good. Look, you feel like you are moving. It doesn't feel that happen in a close future, but keep sending love, because this energy is all about expectations. It's not, things are not set in stone. Things are changing rapidly, very quickly. So send love to that dream every day. Like you know where you are doing. And don't request it from, what are you doing? I'm just driving, right? I don't know what I drive, right? Said I will move to Hawaii if that's the highest good as soon as that can, and harvest it with love. I think that will be, it feels as if you're moving, Bineta, because it is a collective trend that I do have to. It represents that we're moving from timeline to timeline. So maybe things feel the same, but they're not the same. Things are shifting. And yes, overthinking. Vineta says that she overthinks. Me too. It's like a very good thing, but I am re-educating myself, because if the mind is not in connection with the heart, it can be a source of blocks and a lot of complications instead of being at your service. Let me, please type your questions. I'm trying to go with whatever that you need. The most detail is your question, the best. If you need healing, we could do a little bit of life language at the same time to ease whatever is going on and bring a new alignment. Any type of life language that you would like to hear, I'm open for it. And let me see if I can... And give me a second. I'm trying to get into the questions, and if there is a question that you have, please retype that again. And let me see. Thank you for your patience and for your support. Thank you so much, Arlene, for your stars. My beautiful Indian, you always support me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And let me see if I can refresh these. Thank you, dear friend. I appreciate it. Blind spots right now for me. Yes. Let me tune into that. Kayetan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name correctly, but let me tune into your energy. Blind spots. Feels like your house, it's being redesigned personally, but in the other hand, in the other side of the scale, work, it looks very promising. There is a lot of potentials, new connections, and unexpected surprises that are going to be very joyful for you. And I think the blind spots are in the personal area. Allow yourself to get in touch, not actually with what you think or say to yourself, but what you are actually not thinking and not paying attention to, because this is the areas that are being transformed. I hope that helps. I always appreciate you too. Let me see who else. I appreciate. Thank you, Tiffany, for being here. Vanessa, beautiful. I love you. Pineda, you're always supporting me. I appreciate it. Laura, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. You started with me from a long time ago. Let me see if I have any other question. Pineda is suggesting to release emotions that no longer serve us, and I think it will be a good thing because we have this shift in Venus, I don't know how will be the pronunciation in English. Berta, I appreciate so much. Thank you. You always support me in so many ways. I really appreciate you greatly. Okay. Let me do a little bit of light language for whatever that we need. I will drink water first, well, tea, and set your intentions. That's good. Encoded frequency is going to go into a change of direction. I have some ideas of where we're going. I'm not sure exactly how it is. Some of the services are gonna go, prices, sessions, courses. Right now for the Black Friday, I will place a lot of the services in a lot of discount and gifts. Some of things have like a gift or have discounts and very good prices. And after that, I'm not sure exactly which things I need to change, but I will change due to the change in social media and how the collective, the trends change like every week or two. I will change in a way that I will just adapt to what is needed, to what's required. So if you guys would like to go and check it out in encodedfrequency.com and to see the sale card, maybe it'll be a good time for you to do a gift of the light or have a service or anything. And any other question, it's better if you guys contact me from the page that on social media, because I received so many messages, pages like 19,000 followers, so I don't have access like to all of the messages that I have or comments. They just select neither on Instagram, like the most predominant, like on the feed, it assumed like I should read. And at the same time, I received so many emails or in my private Facebook Messenger that sometimes I don't have time to go through all. I do apologize if I haven't read any of your messages. But if something important, it's better if you guys contact me at encodedfrequency.com and then I'll get back to you in whatever I can. Let's do a little bit of light language. Okay, I move, I tingle, and I twitch, and I have radiance. If you can just breathe with me. Let's visualize this blue turquoise that represents the blue ray and the green ray blended from the knowledge and the mastery of love and healing and gentleness. It's almost as if divine masculine and divine feminine will just fusion into one stream. Greetings. We are taking advantage of this few minutes of your time to bring a gift and frequency from Pleiades and Fifth Dimension. And I am Nico, one of the guys of Grotto. I am a gentleman, if that it is the way that you will perceive me. I have very galactic form. I look white, tall, and very Nordic alike, and I am young in spirit and at the same time in wisdom. And Assistant Earth, it's part of R because we are a group, and I am speaking on behalf of my group. We are healers and light language practitioners, and Assistant Earth and our fellow brothers and sisters is part of our mission to ascend from this fifth dimension that we are into the sixth dimension, where I will pass to be part of the spirit realm. In this case, as I have introduced myself, I would like to ask to visualize this turquoise light in form of light language, tones, sounds, being activated in your heart. Vite ekova de esa kora ashna, kiva sedo para diri eshna. Breathe into your heart and let the heart to be activated as if the light would be able to be perceived in your imagination. Vasa kova diri ashna koro, tikera sara bari eshna seri iva. You can place your hands in prayer position or toss in your heart in whatever way that feels good for you, or heading up to receive this blessing. Vite kiara sokora tiri ishna vase kova te ekiara kova di ishna koresa kova di ishna. The aquamarine light, it's cleansing, expanding, and purifying your field. Vati ekia korobara ashnaki isavaki ati ajnava sedi ishna. We are 7 beings of light that function in connection through our own heart. We work with the blue ray and the green ray, as these both represent the knowledge of God and the master of love. From our hearts, that it is our energetic tool. And the tool that we use to repattern the energetic segments of frames that you and many other civilizations that we assist hold and streaming in a consciousness that it is anchored in time and space. Bate eshna kori sara. Tikira korovara tiri ikiara sakori ashna se eki ashka. In this case, the light from our hearts begin to stream roots of light that will begin to swirl and have different pacings that will move as the light holds a motion. We from Pleiades in our own temple in the star of Alcyon are in our own crystal temple. This crystal temple, we call that the temple of the heart. In this temple crystal in Alcyon, that it will look as if you have a place made of crystal, transparent, movement, fluid, brilliant, angelic in form, and galactic at the same time. Very alike to the scenery that you have on earth. Where you see yourself immersed in the magnificence of nature, that you can lose yourself by looking at the sunset, the majestic ocean, the freshness of the forest. Even though in our own plane we do not have animals or plants, we do have crystals. Crystals would be our own elemental extensions that create a home for all of us as a collective. And from there, we worship the Elohim of Pleiades, whom it is at the same time an expression in a different form of what you will recognize of Christ consciousness. Kuti ashna sakoriba te ikira osovari ashna. You would see as if God itself will be in the center, in the form of a dazzling sun that instead of having a spherical shape will be lines of light that hold tones, form, directions, patterns that are renewing itself in every second in its own magnificence of the creation and renovation from our own planet. Is as if the heart of Gaia will be accessible for each of you in a visible form. In this case, by taking advantage of the turquoise light, it would be as if our blue ray light in our Elohim that we worship and adore in our own Alcyon plane would come down, descend, match frequency with your own Mother Gaia in her own green light heart open state, as if the cosmos, the universe, the galaxy, your own plane, become a unified field through the power of your own heart. Bakite ashna sakotavati ikiarakori ashna suvaki ashka. At this point, if you take 2 seconds of your attention to tune within, you will notice that there is a shift. And this shift it is because through your heart, you instantly connect to Gaia and everything around you at a level that is sacred, holy, safe, and that all of you become one with Spirit. Vati Ishna Korovare Seriki Yavakiti Ishna. And from that same frequency, we ask for your permission to enter through the same heart at the same level that feels gentle and easy, to inject a frequency of unconditional love that will be a stream from heart to heart, from your own Pleiadian aspect in its own heart through Gaia, into your own heart. Vatekiata korobari ishna savaki iti ikiva sekidevara terisorobari ishna. Now, as you go within, just for a minute, pure light language will allow you to receive these peaceful, gentle frequency and to receive what you have requested today, that you wanted to manifest in this new moon, that each of you and as a collective have a date and time that serve as a vortex for your own alignment to the heavens. In the heavens use it to go down and assist, since we are all one at a certain level, a certain frequency, through the connection of the heart and the spirit. In this request, if you haven't set an intention, now it is the time that you know where you are driving, and that you change and shift your own driving into the dream that you would like to manifest. And take aside your attention from what stopped you from getting there. And as you place aside, you'll place that in the clutter bags in your mind, as Charlotte explained before, with your imagination and your intention. And you will see crystal clear your dream, and potentially, energetically, that you'll get there into the highest outcome for all, the rightful way, divine order, and according to your higher self. How to get there, when, and now this transmission, just about a minute, will inject what you need to get there as soon as possible, back in the highest outcome for all. Vitakoro sakere eshnakova, Kita kiara korobara ashna. Kita te esha kokovate ese kiara vate kiara oshnova seki ikiaka. Kote va te esara kovare evi ashna. Kita kiara korobara asere kiako va te esaka ti eshna kokova. Hiti esa vari kiara korobara tiri ashna. Huva ti isiki ar ashne va asa. Hivaha te era ashna. Hoa vava ti yakiara kosovari ashna. Kude eva te ida ata osova te era ada ashna kokova te ikiaraka. Hava iti hati ikiara koro. Kuturu usoro vare tiri kiara ashne seki. Vati ishna kute kia kokova. Ti hesahahwa. Ho ala ba iki ishna. Ite kiara korobara tevi asa. Ki ashna koro sari ki ere kiava. Kite ishna kosiava. Hite ese ki I ashna ova I iete iase va iche ishna. Kudi ikia iseki aki eva te ishna. Hu ti isi ava. I iashna okoro ba I ite. Ite ase iva. Ite iasa okorova ikiashna. Iki ase te ishako ikiate esevara ikiashna. Take a deep breath into your heart. And you can affirm if that feels a rightful thing for you to do. I give back all that doesn't belong to me. I give back all that holds me from being in alignment. I give back what doesn't serve me anymore, consciously, unconsciously, from this lifetime or any other, in this form or in any other, biologically, mentally, physically, emotionally, magnetically, energetically, spiritually, from the collective or from myself, from the perception or in the context, and only if it's for the highest outcome for all. And I take back and reclaim what belongs to me, what is my birthright. So I call upon the light what I need to receive right now from the source in the connection through the heart, that it anchors with ease and grace instantly and with zero effect since I am present in my own feet, grounded in my own heart, and aligned with all that I am, all that I have been, and in the synchronicity to potentially become all I desire. And so it is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I will go. I do have a session and I'm late. Oh my God. But this is the symbol that I saw. This was the heart. This represents that it is in balance and is in equilibrium and reciprocity. This is what we receive from the source. That's whatever you requested, and this is grounding into Gaia. So everyone else from your own oversoul, whoever is ready, can receive the same download if it's meant to be, if it's for the high outcome for all. Thank you so much for being here. I will post if I do something the 11/11 portal, that it will be in a few days. For now, I won't be doing the Friday lives. As soon as I know how I need to redo the page according to all the social media changes and rules. so I can keep flowing and working. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate there are some that share all my posts. They always comment. Thank you guys. That's a great help because this is my life and my job, and at the same time I'm learning a lot and healing. I connect with all of you. Some of my best friends, I have met them because of Encoded frequency. I would not be here if each and every one of you are not liking and supporting and the YouTube channel and on Instagram and purchasing the services and the ones that study with me. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I really do. So thank you for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope this was valuable and helpful. Take what resonates with you and disregard the rest. I will let you know when I will be live again. Bye bye. Have a beautiful rest of your day.